So, good morning, children. Welcome to my online e-learning classes. Students, as you know, we have just started our chapter 9, that is nervous system. And in my previous video, I have given introduction, and after that, I have started the part of the nervous system. So, the definition now you are aware about the nervous system. What is nervous system? What are the parts of the nervous system? And you know that brain, spinal cord and nerves, these are the part of the nervous system. So we have completed the brain and their parts. Okay, cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. We have just completed the part of a brain. After that, the second part of the nervous system is the spinal cord, which we will cover in today's video. So spinal cord, let us discuss about the topic. So spinal cord is a bunch of nerves. It is a bunch of a nerve that actually is responsible for various tasks, and it start the spinal cord start from the medulla and it extend at the end point of the backbone. Okay, so it start at the end of the medulla. It start from the medulla and it extend or it is spread at the end part of the backbone. It also controls, the spinal cord also controls the special action, that is reflex action, and it is actually responsible for messaging between the brain and the rest part of the body. So after that, after the spinal cord, we will learn about the nerves and their types. There are 3 types of nerves which we will learn in this video, and the reflex action. This is a special action which are controlled by the spinal cord, not by the brain. So this all things which I have discussed in front of you, we will learn in today's video. So without any delay, let us begin our explanatory reading and explanation portion with the help of the book. So please open the book, beta. So children, the first topic of today's video is spinal cord. After that, we will learn about the nerves and their parts, and then reflex action. So spinal cord, as I have discussed with you, the spinal cord is a long thick bundle of nerves that extends down from the medulla till the lower end of the backbone. Means it started, the spinal cord originates at the end point of the medulla and it finishes at the backbone, the last bone of the backbone. It is protected by the backbone because spinal cord is very delicate portion, because it is completely made by the bunch or bundle of the nerves, and nerves are very delicate and very thin, so it is protected, it is remain protected inside the bony backbone, bony structure. That backbone is completely a bony structure. So nerves originate from the spinal cord and spread all over the body. So basically the nerves which actually carries the messages, and this spinal cord is made by the bundle of the nerves, and these nerves originate from the spinal cord. Spinal cord, the origin of the nerves are spinal cord, and it spread. These nerves spread all over the body. So we feel, so we sense, we have a sense. So we feel the temperature, we feel the pain, and we feel all type of things because of the nerves. The spinal cord is responsible for carrying messages between the brain and the rest of the body. So this, we can say that the spinal cord is actually a path, or it is a way, it is a passage which carries or which transfer the messages from the brain to the rest part of the body through it. And the spinal cord controls a special action in which brain is not involved, and this action is known as reflex action. So I think you all have understood the spinal cord. Spinal cord is what? Spinal cord is a long thick bundle of the nerves. Okay, then nerves are made up of nerve cells. Please underline the first line. This is Nerves are made up of nerve cells called neurons. Nerves run throughout the body. They carry messages between the brain and the rest of the body. So nerves are made up of nerve cells called neurons. All the nerves are made by the neurons, especially all kinds of nerves are made by the neurons. So this special type of cells are known as neurons, which are found in brain only. Nerves run throughout the body. They carry messages between the brain and the rest of the body. So these are the messengers. We can say that nerves are messenger. They are like a truck which carries our messages. They carry the messages from the brain to the different part of the body, and again they carry the messages from different part of the body towards the brain. So there are three kinds of nerves: sensory nerves, motor nerves, and mixed nerves. So we can say that the nerves are divided into three types: sensory, motor, and mixed. So sensory nerves carry messages from the sense organ to the brain or spinal cord. So what are sense organs? You know that eyes, nose, ears, yeah, these are sense organs. So these sensory nerves are the nerves which carry messages. They take the messages from these sense organs to the brain. They take the messages from the sense organ, from the eyes, from the nose, and they take the messages from the sense organs towards the brain or the spinal cord. Then motor nerves, because sensory nerves, so they carry message from the sense organs as its name shows. Then motor nerves, they carry messages from the brain or spinal cord to the muscles, organs, or glands. Okay, so motor nerves carry messages from the brain or from the spinal cord to the muscles, to our organ, and to our glands. Okay, now the next is mixed nerves. Mixed nerves do both the things. Both the things means the things which are done, the work which are done by the sensory nerves or by the motor nerves. So they do these mixed nerves. So they having the name mixed because they perform the sensory nerves work as well as they perform the work of motor nerves. So they do both the jobs, carry messages to and from the brain. Okay, so this is all about the nerves. Now the largest nerve in the body is sciatic nerve. Please, it is very important. It is very important. And then it is also important. Now after that, the reflex action. The next point is reflex action. So basically what is reflex action, children? The diagram is important. You have to make the diagram of this reflex action, okay, and properly make this diagram proper and color and with the proper labeling also. So reflex action is what happened when you touch a hot object. Sometimes we touch, by mistake we touch a hot thing or object. You get pricked by the thorn. Sometimes when we pluck the flower, like the rose flower, and you know the rose flower having thorns, so we get pricked. What happened then? You immediately get back your hand. You immediately get back your hand. If your hand, suddenly your hand will touch the hot thing, any hot object. So you easily, or you immediately get back your hand. Okay, such actions which are very sudden and automatic. It is very automatic and very often. So the automatic action that is produced in response to an event is called reflex action. So reflex action is what? Reflex action is a sudden response. Sudden means which happens suddenly, okay, which is not fixed. They are not fixed. They happen accidentally or suddenly. Then the automatic response of the body towards this event is called reflex action. When you touch any hot object, you immediately get back your hand. You immediately back your hand from that object. Okay, so this automatic immediate response by your body towards that event is known as reflex action. Okay, then reflex actions are controlled by the spinal cord. It is very important line. Reflex actions are controlled by the spinal cord. It is not controlled by the brain. It is controlled by the spinal cord. Okay, now watering of mouth at the sight of food is also an example of reflex action. It is a good example. Okay, so the one of the example is when you see a very delicious or tasty food, your mouth become full of water. So this is what, this is an example of a reflex action. Okay, so see here the diagram is, it is a hand, it is a picture of hand, and there is a flower pricked by a thorn. When you want to pluck a flower and suddenly your finger will be pricked by the thorn. Okay, thorn means kaate. Hand is withdrawn. Immediately what happened? After pricking, then sensory nerves carry message to the spinal cord. The sensory nerve, because skin is a sense organ and it having sensory nerves. So these sensory nerves take the message from there to the towards the spinal cord. After that, what happened? The spinal cord understand the message. As the spinal cord get the message by the sensory nerves, the spinal cord understand the problem or understand the message. After that, the motor nerves carries the message from the brain to the hand. Then motor nerves perform what? They immediately carries the message from the brain towards the hand again, and after getting the message again, your skin or the sensory nerves of the hand immediately perform a function, that is withdrawn, means you immediately get back your hand from the plant or from the thorn. So this is all about the reflex action. So I hope you all have understood. Please read it properly, and if you are not getting the meaning of any point or any topic, any definition, you are free to ask me. Okay, please ask me, children, and read it properly. So thank you for watching this video. Stay home and stay safe.